welcome to another episode of OffAir with Gbemi and Toolz.
Bonjour.
Oh God. So, excuse our strange behavior, but hope everybody is all right, keeping safe.
Cabin fever.
I see.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Bele.
And have you subscribed to our YouTube channel?
It's very, very easy. Just click it. It's right there. Don't cost you anything. Click. Thank you. Hope everybody is keeping safe and all of that. We're also trying to keep safe, do the right thing, but we have just for you. Have you watched Michelle Obama's documentary on Netflix?
I haven't finished it.
Okay. What did you think so far?
Well, I love the fact that she made a point of connecting with younger women, and I saw like a lot of young women from different ethnic minorities as well, which I thought that was actually quite important. But I haven't finished watching it, so I can't really give my decision on everything.
I found myself getting almost emotional like the first 15 minutes, and I was just like, oh, but nothing has happened. What's going on? And then I paused, and then I searched on Twitter, and people had the same reaction. And I was like, okay, so whoever it is. So I waited to when the whole thing was over. I waited to see who was the director, who was the producer. They did an amazing job. The team basically of telling the story, and focusing mainly on her. A lot of times the attention when they mention Michelle Obama, the next thing you know, the conversation goes to Barack Obama. He was shown there, as a supportive figure, reassuring her that everything was good or whatever it is. I like the whole storytelling part. And I thought that was it. Then later on, you know how people always find something to get upset about? I saw on Twitter this snarky comment. Someone said, something along the lines of, why is she saying that? Because she said that when it came to children, when she made the decision, she looked at her schedule, she looked at Barack's schedule, and she made the decision to just not work for some time while she focused on having kids. And I like that. I read the book as well, and she mentioned she was open about IVF and all of that. And people had some issues with her saying that she made some sacrifices to put some of her dreams and her career on hold to have children. What is wrong with admitting that? Some people were like, everybody's mom has made some sacrifices, but you don't have to say it. Why are we always trying to silence women and their experiences and their feelings? What do you think about that? As
somebody that's raising a young boy, I have to say that it's happened. It's quite natural. As a woman, especially as a career woman, I feel that you cannot have everything at once. Okay, maybe that's not the right thing to say, but it's difficult to have everything at once. So I'm actually going to be honest. When I first got pregnant, I wasn't ecstatic. Because my plan was, and I had like a proper plan. My plan was, we're going to get married. We're going to be married for a full year. Then we're going to have babies. And I got pregnant like a few months after we got married. And I'm just like, this wasn't the plan. Oh my gosh, my career. What's going to happen? I didn't plan for this and everything. And if I'm going to be honest, when I did get pregnant with my son, I had to basically just say, okay, you know what? There are things, and I think this is why I wasn't initially ecstatic. I just had to be honest with myself and say, things are going to change. I love traveling. I'm not going to be able to travel at the drop of a hat because I'm going to have to think about, what's going to happen. Is his dad going to be around? How are we going to do this? Career-wise, there are lots of people nowadays, when they see me at events, they're like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, I do go out, but really and truly, I don't want to miss those very important years of my son's life. I don't want him to get used to, not seeing me around, like me not putting him to bed. So I think as a woman, you have to make a sacrifice. And I don't think it's something that we should shy away from talking about.
Yeah, it's not, I don't think it's anything bad.
It's nothing bad. It's actually nothing bad. And I think when we are able to talk about it a bit more, we will have, because I feel that there are lots of women out there that put a tremendous amount of pressure on themselves where they kind of feel like, I need to be the excellent mom. I need to be great at work. I need to be the excellent wife. and they just keep on piling all these different things on themselves. And I feel that if we can talk about it and we can just say, look, you know what? Today, I wasn't really the best mom. I did try, but I wasn't the best. I think once we can have these kind of conversations, it will make things better. And saying it, being honest about it, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah, and that's the problem, is that people are used to this superwoman label. So they feel like, and my mom used to tell us, like, look, it's just because I don't want to do this stuff to you guys. Like she said, like, because she was a nurse, and she said some of her colleagues would come to work and be like, you know what, I just want a break. So for the next 3 days, put drip, put something, and just say that I'm cool. And it was fake. And then the family will be running up, but the women will be like, look, I just need a break. And if I don't do this, I can't rest. Do you understand? So you don't want to be that sort of person who has to fake a whole illness just to get a break. I beg.
There's nothing wrong with talking about it.
Yeah, I see. And I don't think she was complaining. She wasn't complaining. She just said, at some point, this is after her, her university masters. She went to university at Princeton, did her masters or something else at Harvard, and in fact was Barack's mentor at a law firm. That's how they met. And
she hooked up with a mentee.
Yeah, I mean that. And then she said he had asked her out like a couple of times, and she was like, no. I mean, I don't want them to look. Well, I want two black people from Harvard, blah blah blah, and this and that. And eventually they got together. And she knew that he explained to her that this is what I want to do. I want to, serve the people. I want to do this. So she really broke down in her book how he started out at the community level, and then until he became, a senator, and like that, and like that, and like that. And she knew that there's no way I would be able to raise children with me being a busy attorney. This man trying to run for office. Look, let me just, pace things. And that's what she did. And when she was done, she got back.
But this is a conversation that they had, that she had with Barack, as in it was decided that, okay, well, for the next few years, I want to do this. So obviously we're trying to build a family and everything. So was she the one that volunteered to take the step back, or did he? Okay, so yeah. I think that's also very important. The fact that they had the conversation and it wasn't like, okay, you know what, I'm the man of the house. You're staying at home. And it was something that they, but you know what it is, right? There's so many people, unfortunately, in this part of the world, they feel that, as the wife, as the mother, you need to carry everything on your head and you cannot complain. It just reminds me of this post that I saw where this woman was basically saying that as well as being the wife, look after the house and everything, you also need to treat your husband like he's your first child. And I'm like, look, did we?
You need to.
Is it a first child or the leader of the house or the head of the home?
Are you the head of the home?
Pick one.
Or are you a baby? We need to pick one narrative for God's sake.
I want to hear what he thinks.
Let's hear, guys. You've probably heard, men are like babies. You've heard that before.
So do you guys think that when you get married, would you prefer your wife to still treat you like you're her baby? Yes. Yeah.
So are you the head
So do you want to be the head of the home, or do you want to be the baby?
Which one?
It's not military. If I'm a baby, I
she's been
lie
treating me
down
like that. So why would it change because we're
But
married?
as the end of the day, I'm providing what I need to. I'm not saying you should not do your part. Wait, I'm the one that will get the job. Say, no. Bye.
No, you haven't finished your point.
You haven't finished your point. Finish your point. No, you haven't finished your point.
Come back.
Don't be shy.
No,
I'll hold her down. I
was trying to understand. You didn't finish your sentence. So jokes apart.
In homes where your gender roles are defined.
I don't want you to look like
I'm just saying.
You don't want to be affected by the bullet spray.
Pushing me away.
I've been standing here.
Point is,
Dario.
Go on. Don't feel shy. Talk.
I'm not in trouble.
No, you're not in trouble. You haven't said. Explain yourself. You might agree.
I like to be a baby. Like a woman. Yes.
But you also want to be treated as the head of the home.
No, that's not. I think it's by default now that you're treated by the.
Let me also just say this now, and this is going to shake a lot of tables.
Okay,
this
so
whole head of the home P. At the end of the day, I feel like it rotates.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it should rotate.
Because I think it's unfair to place on the head of the man. Yeah, the head of the home. Heavy is the head, for God's sake. This person is a human being. Yeah. There are some times that the guy just cannot. I mean, what's that thing?
Yeah,
he just can't, and it's you. But do you understand? It's just you. You're the one who is in charge. But I mean, women don't have to sit down and say, "I am the head of the home today."
That's what I'm saying. It's not.
Do you understand? There are sometimes that your
partner.
partner is either one away, or he's tired, or he just can't, and you're the one who is running things. Okay, we're gonna fix this today. We're gonna do this today. I'm gonna pay for this today. I'm gonna do this today, and nobody has died. I feel that this whole head of the home P, it rotates.
I think what I didn't like about it was the fact that it was coming from a woman. And I'm just like, this whole thing of, you need to treat your husband as the head of the home, and then you also need to treat him as your first child.
You
and
know
everything.
how we always say that, especially to accent guy, that you need to that you need to unlearn stuff.
Yeah.
So the society that we grew up
Even though he hasn't said anything, I'm looking in his eyes and I know what he
that
believes.
we grew up in is pretty much if you think about it, it's more skewed, it's patriarchal. And they're going to teach you a lot of things. And even as a woman, you have to start to, unlearn your internalized misogyny. Okay? There's so many things that they've taught you that if you actually sit down and think about it, you'd be like, but this is not fair to women.
Basically, unlearn the crap that your parents may have taught you.
Yeah, our society, for example.
Yeah,
whatever it is.
society.
So you just need to sit down and actually rethink and relearn, and because at the end of the day it's your life. So if you sit down and say society says, and then this says and pastor says, and you are suffering because some pastor or some person or some tradition has said, look, at the end of the day, what are they going to say when you die? Herein lies the woman who was a patriarchy princess. May she go to heaven. Nonsense.
I've never heard that for a patriarchy princess.
These are these women who just uphold all the pillars of patriarchy. A man must never. And and then at the end of the day, you're harming yourself, boo. So,
I just don't like it when you see these things from women and they're basically reinforcing all the patriarchal nonsense that we've been hearing. And I'm just like, okay, first I'll pick one, but quite rightly, like you said, I feel that as in this day and age, I feel like it should really sort of be more of a partnership, because think about it. I know couples that, maybe the husband has lost a parent and, they had a really close relationship and it's difficult for him to function. Are you now going to say, well, you are the head of the home, so I know you're going through some shit, but you still need to be the head of the home and make all decisions? No, it should be like a partnership. So when it's difficult for the person in charge to be in charge, if you are part of a proper partnership, that's when you take up the slack. That's when you're like, you know what, I'm going to do this, I'm going to handle this, I'm going to handle that. And likewise, when you as the wife or the person that's not supposed to be in charge, when you're going through a difficult time or maybe things are a bit tough, that's when he should take up the slack and do a bit more, and that's the way it should be.
Look, or it can even be like that from the very beginning, not because times are hard or things are hard or you're going through something.
There's sometimes no, to be honest, there's sometimes like I was it sometime last year? So I'm very much like, I try to be like a hands-on mommy. Obviously I'm working, but when I'm not, I try to do that. And I was quite sick. I was like ill. I was like in my bed. And I didn't even really have to stress it too much. My husband was doing everything, just making sure baby's food was okay. And that's the way it should be. I shouldn't be like in bed and then dragging myself and crawling to the kitchen, trying to get food and everything for our child. So that's the way it should be. So stuff like that, it really it pisses me off, because I'm just like, you don't even realize the damage that you're doing.
Exactly.
So,
And, as we raise the next generation of children, if you're parents out there, you need to pretty much not pick out the things that are harmful to both sexes, and just try to raise your children with balanced views and an open mind, basically.
Sorry, one last point. So all the guys that feel like, I need to be the head of the home, blah 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 blah, if she doesn't allow me to be the head of the home, she's being disrespectful. What if you saying you're the head of the home, it means you are going to bear 100% of the financial, liability that the family has. But if you actually say, let this be like an equal partnership, you actually don't have to bear 100% of that. So would you still say, if you had the option where you could actually say, okay, you know what, I'm not going to bear the whole financial cost of the family. Maybe it's like, I don't know, 40, 60, depending on our salaries. So if you were in that position, if you had those options, which one would you go for?
Flexible.
I know, but we also need to stop ascribing the head of the home to the person who earns more, who contributes more financially, because it's not just finances, okay?
But that's one of the main.
Yeah,
that's
but
one
it's
of the
not
main
just
things.
finances. There's so many
it's
other
not
things.
It's not just finances, but at the same time, we cannot rule out how. Look, if money's not coming in, that's a problem. If money's not coming, that's a problem. So let's just be honest about that. But it's not quite right, like you said. It's not just a financial thing, but finance is very, very important.
Absolutely.
A lot of marriages actually fall apart because of finances.
Yeah, finances, communication, and so many other things. But it's let's not just.
You like money, I like money. Let's be honest.
I like
Let's
money.
be honest.
That's why I hustle.
Don't touch me if there's no money in the house.
Ooh.
Don't touch me. Don't touch what? Both of us don't have money. You're making love. Make it quiet.
Wow. Okay, girl.
I can't even,
Okay, so that means that when you're broke, you're just like, ooh, what I was going to say. I
everything.
just had to edit what I was going to say.
You know what?
Now.
You know what?
So I was going to say.
Let me tell you.
So when you're broke, you don't get wet.
It's like.
You should have edited it, though.
It's like. I mean, it's not impossible, but really and truly, when we're both broke. You know what? To be honest, though, that hasn't actually happened.
Someone has said that.
But it's a lockdown.
That once he's broke, that he doesn't get hard.
It's a lot. Like the way we went, not even like that. The lockdown in Lagos, that was not a proper lockdown. But like seriously, if both of us, and thank God we actually haven't been in that position. But if both of us, there's no money coming in. There's this to pay. There's that to pay. Don't touch me.
For some people, man, brokenness,
like literally, nothing.
Distraction.
What?
Distraction, yes. Some cases.
What distraction?
Wait, say that again.
That's terrible.
What did you say?
As a brokenness, more sex.
That's terrible.
More sex, more.
I don't know. Maybe maybe that's just because it's the cheapest form of entertainment.
Yeah.
You don't have to go nowhere. You don't have to. That's why.
How can you?
That's why people with less people with less income have more children because that's how they entertain themselves. They can't go to the cinema. They can't go.
Maybe it's the kind of person I am because I'll be thinking about these things, so it'll be difficult for me to get turned on because I'm just thinking, oh shit, then we need to pay for that.
Why do you think some people's drivers have like 6 kids, 7 kids, 10 kids, and the person's salary is 50K?
If there's absolutely no money, nothing, sex should be rationed.
Yeah.
Like, you can't control the house.
This is a very elitist take on sexuality and sex. Anyway,
I'm joking about that. I'm joking.
I said it now. The world is over.
Okay.
I said it. The world is over.
No, that's not true.
You know what?
The world is over.
No, that's not true.
But however, notice that I didn't say if the man is broke. I said if both of us are not bringing anything in, as in there's nothing coming in from my side, your side, then I'm just like we should have more. Like
we
why
should
am
be
I
thinking about money? We should not be thinking about
You finished thinking.
There's nothing coming in from his side. And he also said there's nothing coming in from his side.
Well, he needs to. So why is nothing coming in? Is it that he's
What happened?
yeah, if he's working on it, that's different.
what if it's supposed to make you feel better?
Yeah. What if you want it?
Yeah, you just want to feel better. Like, look, I just want to.
See, even when I was a student, when I was broke, I wasn't like I was just like, I need to get my money up. It wasn't like I was like,
so money is your lubrication.
Hey.
Sure.
I don't understand why you guys are thinking here.
Let me tell you something. I'm not even like greedy. I'm not trying to say
money is my lubrication.
I'm not even saying that I need, like Bill Gates money, but I like to have, there's a kind of peace of mind when you can pay your bills, when you can do this. And then I'm like, yes, we're open for business. Mm-hmm. But
she said we're open for business. Wow.
No lockdown.
There's no lockdown.
Wow.
It's like Vegas, come in whatever time. And but if there's I just think I like to be in a place where I'm comfortable, where I have I can pay for this, I can pay for that. Maybe it's just me.
Who
Maybe
doesn't? Of course.
So for me, when I'm just because if I'm like, I remember the last time I was broke, I was just like, and this is my my student days when I my overdraft was gone, and I was just like,
broke since your student days?
not really.
Obvio.
That's why. No. But you know what? The reason why I haven't really been broke since my student days is because what's that? R2Bs. I refuse to be broke.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not like my parents never really kind of gave me like an allowance. So when I started working, that's one of the main reasons I started working like at a young age, like 15, because I wanted my own money. So when I started working, I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna have to just I'm gonna spend what I want. I'd spend on what I want to, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm not in the red. And then
I get
there
that.
you go.
I get that. All right, let's talk about. Did you watch Erykah Badu and Juice?
Yes, I didn't have my sage though. I should have had my sage.
Sage. I mean, I really liked it. What do you guys think?
Oh, awesome.
Awesome?
Wow.
Do you know what I loved? I loved the way it wasn't even a battle. It was. This one was high when he was watching it. He was high when he was watching it. He was high. But you know what? I love the way that it wasn't even like a battle.
Yeah,
it was like,
so much positivity
you know,
and
Erica
love.
would play some shit. Oh my god, I love that song. Just go play something. And I love the fact that they both started with You Got Me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jill Scott.
I mean, it's
wrote the
weed,
song.
but it made them
That's what makes
peaceful.
You guys should.
You think you said it's
I
weed?
think it was high. If it was not, let's think about that.
Did you say it's weed? That's what makes women peaceful.
No. That's what made their life peaceful.
Okay, all right.
Let's save. I save myself.
I was like, what did you say?
Nothing.
No, I don't think so.
I'm
But
tempting you guys
but
to get
no. But I honestly think that the energy was totally different.
Yeah,
from
the energy was different.
all the other versus battles that we had seen. I mean, we can give Lil Jon and was it T-Pain?
T-Pain.
Yeah.
Honorable mention. Their vibe was very good as well. I'm looking forward.
But Teddy Riley played himself.
I'm looking forward to let's get down, uncle, please. From his seat, from their facial hair, you shall know. This facial hair is annoying. So you already know that this one is annoying. Oh, did you see that? Did you see that tweet where some babe was like, "Oh, that you never know where you can meet your." That no, somebody said something along the lines of, "Oh, you don't know what is at Owambe's you meet like a premium sugar daddy." Somebody said, "Oh, no, this is what happened." The person said, "It's nice to go out with your boo, even if it's to an Owambe." Somebody said, somebody else said, that's how you be at an Owambe now with that your boo that wears tight, what's it called?
Trad.
Tight native, tight at the biceps, and then your sugar daddy will pass you by because of your boo. I screamed. And I remember people like,
Are you stopping him?
Yes.
Why? Same guy, they say, why
So
you're
wait,
trying tight at the
I have a
biceps?
question. So when you go to the tailor, do you tell them, "Oh yeah, tight them"? Do you guys say that?
Oh, Uncle John, about your 1 inch, nibi by.
No, you see some guys and you're like, are your arms up? I'm sure when some of those guys.
Shout out Uti.
Oh!
Uti. No, I can say that Uti. I feel like when he goes for a fitting, they're like, okay, like maybe he's when they put on the blazer, they're like, no, but Uti's clothes are tighter than Ibuka's.
No.
Uti be like, yes. 1, 2, 3.
You know, we should do a poll.
Kind of like what I'm trying to get into one of my dresses, man.
We should do a poll. Whose clothes are tighter, Uti or Ebuka?
No.
I'm sure it's
Uti, I think he actually chooses fabric that has lycra just to make it snug. Like
Two said that, I say it, but two said it. Okay, so yeah.
but to be honest though, Ebuka's clothes are they've been tighter, but it's almost like now
he's
now agreed for the tailor to add that 1 inch around the trouser leg, around the crotch area. You know. But seriously, you guys are wearing like really, really tight, you know.
Why are you defending yourself already? Let me ask you a question.
No, she's looking because she's saying it like.
No, but I've seen you. You. There was one time you were wearing a track so tight I saw your heart beating.
Hey!
Whole white track like this.
Moving on.
Yes,
Let's
move
talk
on.
about PDA real quick. How much PDA is too much PDA?
I feel like we talked about this before.
We've talked about PDA before.
I want to talk about PDA. I don't like it when like a certain level of PDA. I don't think like if you're a couple, you need to just be social distancing and everything. But at the same time, I don't like it when you see these videos where like a guy is like grabbing his girl's boob or butt cheek and it's
in
just
public,
it's quite tacky.
I think suppose say everybody it's different if they're in a club. They're in a club, they're dancing, once, and I'm just like,
you know what? If you're in a club, if you're in a club and things are getting a bit freaky, to a certain extent, I'll allow. But just like, I don't like it when they're doing a video and you just see. I don't like that.
that's a bit. What do you think?
And the girls are like,
and let's say you had a babe, right? And you guys go to like the Palms or something, for example, and she wants to hold your hand. Would you have an issue with that? What about
would you kiss her in public?
I don't think it's cool.
Okay. You wouldn't put your hand on her bum.
In public, no.
Okay. Not like when you pick up a buttock.
No, that's
But
like
when
a nice
and
Play around
waist.
What is suggesting?
Okay, you drop your babe off at work, and the normal thing you guys do is kiss before you leave. Will you do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I was thinking he was gonna say no.
Oh
Just
yeah,
shake
nice
hands or
club
something.
etiquette. PDA. Whoa.
I don't know.
Ah.
Azeez, that's
Only God knows when we're going to see this kind of a nice
I
club
don't club
again.
anymore.
No, thanks to COVID. Oh, thanks to COVID. When I
No,
was
do you know what? There are nights though where like you be in the club, you guys are driving,
Mm-hmm.
like you're in the corner. You're not doing anything,
Mm-hmm.
but you're more
Gun body.
you're more gun body than you would be.
See, no, I feel
outside.
like if it's in a club, that's different because that's like sexy. If you're like in a club and
Tools as the clubs, like this is the way we can do everything.
I didn't say we're in the club and then we now freaking start like having sex, but it's like a good what's the word now?
Grind.
No.
What?
Oh, what's that word before you actually have sex?
Foreplay.
God bless you. It's good foreplay.
That's when you take your foreplay to the club.
Huh?
Oh, you're one of those people.
No.
Have I ever? I don't think I've actually ever, because the locks here now. That's how some people.
It's
just,
not about that.
you
Even
know,
the
it's not the most hygienic.
exactly
Yeah.
the restrooms in these nightclubs.
See.
Where they are cutting tissue for you.
We're not in the movie.
Please
See,
no.
what I think is a nice
They
night.
make millions and millions and millions every night, but they cannot have decent restrooms.
They have to spend on diesel.
mind-blowing.
They spend on diesel.
So some of them
But wait. Like my idea of like, fine if you're like a couple that likes the club and everything. Every now and then, like to do that. Is like when you go out, you're there clubbing, you've had a few bevies in the system and everything, and you're dancing, and maybe things get a little bit. It's not like grotesque. It's not OTT, but there's that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That vibe,
But-
and then you're like, shit, we need to get out of here. You're like, yeah. And then you go in the car, and then what's that? What's that Beyonce song?
Partition.
Partition. Yeah. So stuff like that. I think it's actually quite nice to do that as a couple, as opposed to just having mommy and daddy sex all the time in the bed, and
Sex all the time.
it just spice it up.
I agree though.
You gotta spice it up.
Even if it's not in the club, it's still don't have mommy and daddy sex all the time.
Yeah, just switch it up a little bit
Look
and
for
just
places in your house.
I don't know what mommy and daddy say.
mommy and daddy's sex is always in the bedroom, always in the bed,
on
mainly missionary.
Why?
Mainly missionary, and
With your hairnets on.
not the hairnets, no, not the hairnets. Nothing. Mommy and daddy sex is not very long as well. So
Do they pray after it? Or before it?
I'm against, every now and then mommy and daddy sex is fine, but I'm against like it being just mommy and daddy sex. So switch it up a little bit, man.
Some mommies and dads are like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? That's how you came about.
But that's the thing, mommy and daddy sex sounds like it's just for procreating.
Oh yeah.
And you need to switch it up a bit, man. You need to, there's the kitchen,
Sha, don't let hot oil pour on you. Thank you so much.
Huh?
I said that Sha, don't let hot oil pour on you. Thank you so much.
No.
Did you see that? Did you see that?
I saw that.
Which one?
One video that was going around, some people were romancing themselves. That's how hot oil poured on both of them. Poured on their.
It was fun.
It was.
If you're gonna do anything in the kitchen, no, but if you're gonna do anything in the kitchen, you actually have to make sure that everything is off.
Yeah, like it has to be on the counter.
It's not when she. It's not. Please, it's not when your partner is cutting rodo that's when you now decide that you want to. They use pepper to touch your.
Big mistake. Just do it before you have house help, Sha, because that could just,
No.
See, that's why I don't like. That's why I don't like people living with us like this. I don't like household
and
staff
they
that
talk.
live with
They
you.
talk because they will now go and tell the driver will now tell security will now tell security from the next house.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my god.
Come on, Jama, madam, are you okay?
Do guys have to consult their partner if they're going to cut off their beard? Yeah. Does a man need to consult his woman before shaving his beard? I think.
Do you know what? I think so, because what's the name of that guy? What's the name of that basketball player that Khloe Kardashian was dating?
Lamar.
No, not Lamar.
Oh.
One that
Oh, that guy with the
with
plenty.
with the thingy
I've
beard.
forgotten his name now.
Then the
Yeah.
guy with the big beard, and then when you saw pictures of him without his beard, he
Yes.
looked
Yeah, I had it.
he looked like
Like a
a
rat.
different person. like a tiny little weak chin, you know. And God rest his soul, Nipsey Hussle as well looks so different without his beard.
Yeah,
So
a lot of guys look at the different. Go and look at pictures of what's it called, Scott Disick before the beard and after the beard.
Yeah.
Like, and I also think, you know, beard guys look better generally when they have like facial hair. Now,
nice,
I also feel that as a woman,
groomed.
yeah, as a woman as well, I feel like you shouldn't just show up one day. If you have hair, just show up bald and be like, yeah, babe, so I cut my hair. I mean, say something.
So you know what? When I think we talked about this a while ago, and we talked about like when I cut my hair, how I just cut. I didn't tell my husband, and he's like, oh, "You cut your hair," and I think we talked about it, and I was like, "Oh, I didn't feel the need to." But now I'm actually like, okay, fine, I can understand. Especially if I met him with like a nice groomed beard, and one day he just showed up. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, your chin looks so weak, you know. You know,
old weak chins. Like, what's the problem?
And then likewise, if I had like, you know, long hair, and then one day I just decided to like cut it off, and I didn't like tell him any. I think I had an issue with, okay, do you need to go and seek permission?
It's not permission.
So
it's just,
yes,
I'm about
yes.
to make a change to my appearance.
So I think
understand?
it's something that you should actually discuss.
Yeah.
So luckily when I cut my hair, he actually likes, you know, he actually likes short hair as well. So that was fine.
What'd you say?
Yes, why are you discussing it? Like, what, there's too much talking. Why?
There's too much.
Why are you discussing
I hate to break it to you, sir.
What if you
but
wanted to surprise your partner?
don't surprise. Look, I know that. I personally know that my partner will probably cry if I cut my hair because he likes hair. He loves my hair, so he will probably be in shock. Like, probably will not eat for 2 days or something. Like, no. He really likes my hair, so I wouldn't do that sort of thing. Like, you should know. Why would
You should
do
know
that?
you should kind of know your partner. I feel that mine, he didn't like long hair, short hair. I don't think he like had an issue. His favorite hair is actually when I do like braids
Didi.
or corn. And I'm just like, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, we like
You are
natural.
simple. You are simple.
Yeah, we're very simple.
You are simple,
You simple.
You don't want her to give you money for gifts. You want her to cook by force. You want her to.
You know, I got
First of all, which means I have to defend
I have to
myself.
buy you good.
One, I said money is not a thoughtful gift.
Oh.
Two, I didn't say she has to cook.
But you said if she can't cook, it's a problem.
I didn't say she had.
No. What he said is, I can't put you
We're
in
not
the
going back.
house.
Thank you so much for watching today. Did we offend anyone?
Yes.
We probably did. You'll be alright.
You know,
You'll be alright.
How
There's
much-
more serious things out there like COVID.
do you understand how much offend do you want to offend Seth? With everyone, you can't be that offended, man. Chill, just drink some water, you'll be fine.
You know they're looking at us.
What? The guys in their tight
Probably
tracks.
offended them here too.
I don't think we said anything really bad.
No, wait. Why are you always worrying about what you have said?
Because
Because what?
it's actually like a British thing. British people don't like offending people. So, you know. But I don't think we said anything too bad today.
I'm Nigerian by way of Miami. Okay, to bá fẹ́ bínú,
Miami.
bínú náà nìyẹn. That's your
Miami.
business. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Make sure you stay safe, wash your hands, social distancing.
Stay indoors.
There are lots of people that have been moving mad. Lots of
Yeah.
people have been moving mad. So you need to make sure that, you know, you because our governor has said that if you guys keep moving mad, I mean, he didn't use these words in particular, but he just kind of said that if we keep moving mad, they're gonna, you know, put another lockdown.
Which is probably what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but then I feel that right now community infection, community spread has probably like, you know, shot up. So yeah.
Hey,
Anyways,
I don't want to be a prophet of doom, but you will see the numbers.
the numbers are mad. The numbers are mad. But just please stay safe. Wash your hands. Get your mask on and everything. People are saying that, you know, we're not wearing masks. We're not technically in public. So if we're like, we basically wear masks, and then just before we start filming, obviously, I mean, after our makeup and everything, we take them off and everything. So let us know what you think. Ladies, do you think that your partner, if he has a facial hair, does he need to tell you before he cuts it off? And guys, if your lady has like nice long hair, does she need to ask you or tell you before she cuts it off? Okay, so let us know what you think about that. Have you been surprised? Maybe your husband just came back one day, cut off his beard, and you're just like, who's this stranger? Or maybe, you know, your wifey came back and she like was now wearing low cuts. She was now on low cuts.
On look at.
Yes.
Auntie Baker.
So let us know your thoughts on that, okay? And then your fan mail as well. Keep that coming, and we love you all.
Bye.